What's happening, guys? Paladin here, and welcome to another video. Today I want to discuss a little bit about one card that was announced some hours ago. It's a new trap. It's not branded support, but the weird thing about this is that on its artwork it has the mask of Aluber from Aluber's artwork. And that's basically the crazy thing about it, because this card is not a branded card. I don't know what its name means. It's probably not in English. Some people told me that is in German or something. Confirm that if you can, guys. Like, I have no idea what this shit means. So anyway, this card has on its artwork, on the image, Als Mask, and that's kind of weird because, as I told you, this is not a branded card, and secondly, it's kind of, I feel like it's kind of too soon for Konami to actually release branded support. After like 3 years of non-stop support cards in structured decks and main sets and whatever. So anyway. This may actually mean two things. First of all, they may be cooking something, and they may throw more cards in this set that are related to branded, so they can actually continue with the lore. And secondly, they're just throwing out a bait, to kind of keep us hyped. For the future, and that season 2 is coming and stuff. I believe that the second scenario is probably the correct one, because as I told you, I believe that it's kind of too soon for Konami to actually release more branded cards after they've stopped in Cyberstorm Access some months ago. And after they've given us like 3 straight years of support for the deck. Although, keep that in mind, because Konami and my opinion, I wouldn't be surprised if they would actually give us support directly for the deck that soon, because as the deck is very fucking popular. People play it because they love the playstyle, they love the artworks, the waifus, or all the shit that it has. So I wouldn't be surprised if Konami would actually want to milk the deck again that soon. I wouldn't be surprised. Although I believe, as I told you, that it's kind of not that possible to happen, but I can't actually bet on that. I wouldn't be surprised though. In my opinion, it's most likely a bait. On a random card that is good, of course, because if you've read the effect, it's a good card. So it's most likely a bait, in my opinion. For a future, let's say season 2 or part 2, or whatever you want to call it. So I can't really find anything, as as a big, let's say, hint for an upcoming wave of support that soon. We'll actually have to wait and see, because as you can see, this set over here, Phantom Nightmare, releases in the OCG at the end of the month. So we have to wait and see if in that set there are more cards related to branded, because this card, as I told you, it may not have the branded name on it, but it actually is related when it comes to the artwork, because this is Als Mask. Let's be real. Now, regarding the card, as I told you, it's a normal trap card. Unfortunately, you cannot search it with branded cards. It doesn't have branded name on it, so I kind of see it mostly as let's say an indirect support for Labyrinth decks. That they can fucking take advantage of this very, very easily, especially with the monster that came out now in Age of Overlord. It's very, very fucking easy for them. That, and it's also searchable with Thrust. So these are, let's say, the two most effective ways to actually take advantage of the card. The card is good. I can't really call it broken. Like, it can be broken, but it's not something that I would personally main. At least, let's say, with my first impression, most likely. So I can't say that I would actually main this. This is more like a dimensional barrier kind of card. So I would most probably actually side it, for game 2, that I know what my opponent plays and shit. But we will see. Like, we also need to test the card, so expect me to actually make also a replay video for this. Generally, I believe that it's very decent, very solid, but I would not actually call it a card that would break the game, because I had so many reactions online about, hey, this is gonna get banned and shit. It's good, but it's not a card. It's not, let's say, a main deck card, at least in my opinion. Alright, so let's go to the effects of it. The first one, declare one monster card's name. Neither player can special summon monsters with that original name for the rest of the turn, except from the graveyard. So if you declare an extra deck monster, your opponent is fucked if they rely on it. So 100% very good against many decks, like, let's say, purely or whatever. The second effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard and declare one monster card's name. Neither player can activate the effects of monster on the field with that original name for the rest of this turn. An impermanence like effect, like continuously for all the turn. The effects are very good, but if I would not play a trap deck, I'm not sure that I would actually main this card. It's very, very decent. It's very solid. It kind of reminds me of the barrier, but on another style, let's say. But I just need to test it more to actually have a more clear opinion, let's say. Anyway, the point of the video is not the effect. Like, you can decide for yourselves if you find it good or not, regarding what you play and stuff. But the artwork actually made me very, very curious about what's gonna happen, and if this is actually a hint for a near future support for branded, or if it's just a fucking bait to keep us hyped up. Because let's be fucking real. Personally, I was very hyped up about this. Like, when I saw it, with the Japanese letters and stuff and words, I was like, hey, more branded support. Then I saw the name and I was like, fuck you, I can't search it with the branded cards. So we just have to wait and see, at least at the end, until the end of the month, to see if Konami will actually release more related to branded lore cards, even from the artwork, to see if they are cooking something, or this is just a fucking bait to hype us up. But as I told you, keep in mind that branded is a very, very fucking popular deck, so I wouldn't be surprised if they would actually want to cash in this deck right now, because branded it's very hyped. It was always selling its support, and what's going on with Konami. Konami loves the money, so they wouldn't give a damn if they have to actually release more cards directly for the deck right now to actually get the money from you guys. So I would actually love to hear your opinion about this in the comments below. Also, I don't know what the name means, so if you guys know, let me know. I'm expecting your opinion, if you actually like the card, and what do you believe that will happen with, let's say, the season 2 of the lore. Are they actually giving us a hint for the direct support right now, or is this a fucking bait? So I'm expecting your answers in the comments. Let's discuss about it. So that's pretty much it. Stay safe and see you next time.